Okay, so I've got Ann Smith here. She is our executive assistant. Is that your title, or CEO?
Yeah, CEO.
So you prefer
I
CEO?
prefer
Okay.
CEO, but executive assistant is what they print on here.
Okay. You just like to be modest.
Mm-hmm.
So Ann Smith is our executive assistant here at Tanner Clinic in Layton, Utah. And I challenged Ann to do a FrugalDerm skincare swap. So I'm asking her to let me come up with a more affordable regimen for her skincare, because she has a hobby of spending too much money for skincare.
That's a nice word for it. My husband will appreciate that.
Yeah. And I'm going to give her an affordable regimen, and there's no pressure for her to like this regimen as much as she likes. She's been using Obagi, and we'll talk a little bit about that. And there's no pressure for you to tell me you like my regimen just as much as Obagi.
Okay.
But I'm curious to know, for someone who has been spending a lot of money on skincare, how you feel about a more affordable regimen. I'm just curious to know. So we're going to recommend, well, we already have. She's already bought a few products that we talked about. I'm going to have her use those for a month and let me know what she thinks. And then we might switch from those to different ones until we find a regimen that she likes. But ultimately, I'm curious to know if she likes this regimen as much as Obagi, if she finds it as beneficial or not. And it'll be an interesting comparison.
Right. I like you said, I've spent thousands on skincare, have noticed a difference with Obagi. So I've been pleased with Obagi, but I am always open to spending less money. So I'm excited to see if less money equals the same results.
Yeah, me too. So how long have you been using Obagi?
3 years probably.
Okay.
At least 3 years.
And before that?
Before that, the Cindy Crawford Meaningful Beauty subscription.
Okay.
That was really pricey.
That was
too.
even more
It was
expensive
probably
than the Obagi.
more
You said that was
expensive.
$80 a month?
Yep, for all the line. I think the basic line's $39, and then they have you add to it. They
Okay.
know how to get you. But, so I've spent a lot over the years.
And the Obagi you said was around $400
Yes.
for the
With
CRX
Yes.
system.
The vitamin C regimen.
Yeah, so why don't you tell the viewers what's included in that line?
Okay, so in that line you get the serum, the cleanser, toner, a day cream that's a exfoliator, a night cream that has the hydroquinone, is that how you say that?
Yeah.
Hydroquinone in it, and a night cream that is not part of that series, but Obagi carries a night cream. So that whole series cost about $400 retail.
And that lasts you several months.
Yes, I would say in the neighborhood of almost five-ish months.
Okay. So breaking it down, you're less than 100 per month. But it will be very interesting. Okay, so when I talked to Ann the other day, I was trying to decide if my skincare swap challenge was going to just swap one product for another, try to find an analogous product. So for the vitamin C serum, switch it for a more affordable vitamin C serum, or if she just wanted me to kind of design a skincare regimen for her. So I was trying to get a feel for why she was using that specific line, and you didn't have a great answer for me.
I didn't have a great
You
answer.
kind of knew that you wanted to look more fresh and younger.
I said 10 years younger.
10 years younger, yes.
Here's the bottom line. I have pretty clear skin, but it's definitely aging skin because I'm aging. We all know that. So I just wanted something to kind of make me look not so tired, because I do have comments a lot. I don't know if that has to do with my skincare, and I'd like to see some of the fine lines fade just a little bit. I don't know if that's possible without injections, but I felt like Obagi, when I first started it, people did notice that my skin looked brighter. So I'm
but
just
then
looking
since that time, you don't feel like it's...
Nobody says anything anymore.
What a shame.
I know, right?
So when I was breaking it down a little more granular, she didn't necessarily have an answer for why she was using each specific product, which is fine. I mean, Obagi is they make great products. It's an innovative company. They make really quality products. But I did find it interesting that you weren't exactly sure why you were using some of the products. It's just in the line, so you were using it.
That's what they told me to do.
That's what they
So
told
I
you
just
to
said
do.
okay.
You trust Obagi. So we modified it a little bit. I didn't necessarily switch one product for a similar product. What do you think about the toner? We were deciding whether you wanted to
You
keep
know
the
what?
toner.
We decided I'd go without toner for a couple days and see if I noticed a difference. I haven't noticed at all
Okay.
that I wasn't using it. So
Okay.
I bought the products you recommended. I've used them for 2 nights now. I've loved how they've made my skin feel.
Okay.
And, you know, obviously I'm not going to see a difference yet, but they have felt really smooth and nice.
Okay, good.
They absorb really great. So,
Okay.
so far.
So we'll stick without a toner for now,
Mhm.
and you let me know if you change your mind. I'm going to, after this video, I'm gonna just show you some, I guess, flip through photos of the products that she was using and the products that she's going to use in this skincare swap. So I'll show you what's included in the Obagi CRX line, which is what she's been using, and then the products we recommended. Let's see if we can remember them. So I think I had you do Elta MD UV Clear,
Yes.
the non-tinted, the white stuff, as your moisturizer and
Mhm.
sunscreen.
Mm-hmm.
Do you like the way it feels
It
as a
felt-
moisturizer?
Yes.
It's
I
pretty
did.
good, right?
Yeah, I loved that with the other products, not just Obagi, but when it has a sunscreen, sometimes it doesn't feel like it goes in very well. This just soaked right in. It had a really nice texture. I loved it.
It's yeah. I mean, it's a great sunscreen. It's a great moisturizer that happens to be a great sunscreen.
Mhm.
So I think that's a good moisturizer. We did Vichy 89, Vichy Mineral 89, I think is what they
Mhm.
call it, and that's a hyaluronic acid.
And I was just we were kind of doing that just for eyes and
Yeah, that's right. We were talking about eye creams. I
Mhm.
told Ann that I think that eye creams is like a complete sales gimmick, and as far as ingredients go, it's really no different than a lot of the creams or gels that you're currently using. And so I just told her to use the Elta MD, which has niacinamide. I don't know if it has hyaluronic acid, and the Mineral 89, the Vichy, which is kind of a clear gel, I guess
Mhm.
you'd call it.
Mhm.
I just told her to use those as her eye cream, and that she doesn't need a specific eye cream separate from those.
Yeah, because let's add, I didn't add in the Obagi what I was spending on eye cream. So if those,
Right.
I can double that,
Oh, okay.
another $100.
Okay.
Is
as
my
a separate-
husband, would he be watching this?
I don't think he follows
Okay,
me.
okay.
Okay, so Elta MD, the hyaluronic acid, Vichy, Mineral 89. What else did we do?
CeraVe cleanser.
Okay,
like
so
a
we just
cream
did it-
cleanser, hydrating cleanser.
Oh, that's right. It's a new product that I actually didn't
Mhm.
recognize, but it had ceramides and did it have hyaluronic acid? Do you remember?
I don't remember.
It was like a cream to
Mhm,
foam cleanser, and I'll
mhm.
post
And
a
I
photo
love
of
it.
that.
I love it.
You like it?
Mm-hmm.
Does it go on like a cream?
Uh-huh.
And then once you rub
Then
it,
it
it
lathers
foams?
in the shower. I just used it in the shower and it just foams up
Okay.
and rinses off really
You
nice.
mentioned with the Obagi cleanser that you liked how clean it made your skin
Mhm.
feel. Does this give you a similar
Mhm.
feel?
Actually, I'm gonna say maybe that's why I don't miss a toner, because the Obagi isn't as creamy, and so
Mm.
it left me feeling dry, and the toner
Mm.
kind of softened that up. And this,
So this one doesn't make you feel as dry?
right?
Okay, interesting. And then we did La Roche-Posay Adapalene Gel.
Mhm, which hasn't come in yet. Oh, and the little peptide, or
That's right, we did the Vichy ampules, the
Yes.
vitamin C peptide C
Yes.
ampules.
and I
think.
did
Okay.
have tried those twice too.
Okay, so she was using the Obagi line is kind of interesting because it's got several products with vitamin C in it, and a couple with hydroquinone, with the goal to brighten up the complexion. I guess I just felt like that was redundant, and you didn't need several products with
Mhm.
vitamin C. So we just picked one of my favorites, which is the Vichy Peptide Vitamin C ampules. They come in these little dark glass because vitamin C can inactivate with oxygen and sunlight. And so what you're supposed to do is break off the top of these ampules. You're supposed to only get 2 applications out of it. When I was using it, I got plenty more than that. And who knows if it inactivates. You'd have to have a chemist study it to know that. I'm assuming not, and saying that you're fine to keep using it until you're out
Okay.
of the ampule. So probably several applications. And they have this little plastic topper, a little cap that you stick over the top. So that's her vitamin C, that's her brightening agent. And I didn't feel like Anne had any clinical hyperpigmentation like melasma. So I didn't feel like we needed to use, I have a prescription cream that I send with hydroquinone, kojic acid, niacinamide, fluocinolone tretinoin, I think is the ingredient list. And it's like $50 at a compounding pharmacy. I feel like that's more effective than anything you could buy, even from Obagi. So that's what I use when I notice, like actual melasma hyperpigmentation. I felt like we could just stick with one vitamin C product for Anne, just for kind of the brightening effect. Sorry, what were you going to say?
No, I was just going to say maybe if you notice that the darkening or the melasma, we can try that.
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Did we cover is that all the products?
I think so.
So cleanser,
No tone.
morning moisturizer is the Elta MD.
Yeah, but the serum, I did the
serum and then
first.
the moisturizer.
Yes.
So the Vichy vitamin C serum, Elta MD moisturizer and sunscreen.
Mm-hmm.
The Vichy Mineral 89 is
At
you're
night.
using it at night.
Mm-hmm.
And then you're putting it under the eyes as night cream as well.
Yes, and then the Olay night cream.
Oh,
the one I
that's
already
right.
have.
Olay Regenerist with retinol.
Yes.
I've used the one without. I'm making an assumption, I don't know, but I'm guessing the red Regenerist without retinol is pretty much the same as the purple with retinol. It's just maybe the retinol is the main difference in ingredient. So she really liked that as her night cream. We'll just have her keep using that. That has retinol in it, and I'm going to have you use adapalene gel. So if you find that you're too dry from a retinol and a retinoid, then we can always use the adapalene less frequently or whatever we have to do. Okay, so that is my skincare swap challenge for Ann Smith, the one and only Ann Smith.
Yeah.
And we'll do another video in a month or so that we can see what she thinks. Again, no pressure. She might like the Obagi line a lot better, and that's totally fine. I'm just very curious to know. I've had a sneaking suspicion that a lot of people are overpaying, but it's the Starbucks effect, because coffee's not really worth $6, but Starbucks totally changed the game, and now it's normal to pay that money for a coffee or for another Starbucks drink that
$3 for a fizz.
Exactly. Yes.
Right?
For example,
Who would do that?
it's the fizz effect.
Right.
Yes. And drinks like 6 a day. By the way, is that inside joke? So a company like Obagi is great. I mean, they really do make quality products and they're innovative. But is it really worth? The CE ferulic from Skincareswap, it's like $150. This Obagi line is $400. The question is to me, is it really worth that money?
I can't wait.
And I have a feeling that La Roche-Posay, Vichy, Elta MD, they make really good products, and I have a feeling that you might like them just as much. So I'll be very curious to hear. Anyway, we'll report back in a month and let you know what Ann thinks.
And maybe we can take these off and really show.
I hope so.
Okay.
So I just want to say thanks for Ann for being my first
guinea
victim
pig?
here. Yeah, hopefully this is
I am
helpful for her.
excited to be the guinea pig.
And hopefully helpful for all of you guys.